day 3. It's cold. It's just past 7:30 in the morning. Gotta get moving. We got 31 kilometers to paddle today. Guten Tagen. Oh, are these stories of all the different...
Yeah.
That was
Good
that...
Morgan. So the couple that was looking her woman into this stayed here, so they made it all the way here the first day.
What?
Yeah. They're married. It's a honeymoon. She's gonna divorce him when they get home. That's what I was
Lynn, this could have been your honeymoon. Alright, it's 9:30 or 9:20 right now. Getting ready to leave. Just packing up the rest of our stuff. Finished breakfast, had a shit. Looks like we got a little break in the clouds there, so hopefully that's a sign of things to come.
Okay, today is Tuesday, day 3. We just left our shelter, our cooking shelter at Wolverine Bay, which is at the corner of Isaac Lake. Today we're going to do about 32 kilometers on Isaac Lake to finish the north arm. Try to get to the cooking shelter at the end of Isaac Lake. So it's going to be a good 5-6 hours of paddling, but the sun is coming through the clouds. It's looking nice and warm right now, actually. Whew, right in the face.
Yeah, perfect for some drone shots.
And Jason's setting up the drone behind me.
Aside from my soul, there goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight from my soul.
We're what, hour and a half in on...
Let's be conservative, let's say an hour.
An hour on Isaac Lake. Oh, this is way shallow. Okay, coming in for lunch break. Jason's gonna bring us in. Yeah, keep it straight. You're okay. Let it coast.
More power.
No, we got more than enough.
Hey! We found our first piece of garbage on the Bowron Lakes.
What's the matter with you Gatorade drinkers? Come on.
Yeah. Alright, here's my uncle. He's rigged up his own homemade sail. The wind is going the opposite way, so we'll see how this actually works. I'm kidding. Mike and I didn't want to be left in the dust, so we decided to devise our own sail strategy. We brought 2 umbrellas. One with the carbon fiber pole, extra big.
You know what? Yeah, I do. I have one more in my...
Ba-bam.
There was one on the
That's
thing.
sail number 1, and if we need an additional boost of speed,
Actually, no, we need that one to top.
if possible, we have another umbrella. These also seem to work quite well when it's raining out.
Perpetual motion, you solved it.
Guys, you gotta get the real footage when there's white caps.
You know, we're definitely moving, and it's a nice break from paddling, but it'd be nice to have a little bit more wind.
We're still on Isaac Lake, just passing campsite 22. We're tired.
Very tired.
A lot of rowing, a lot of paddling.
We've been paddling for at least 20 kilometers, at least. I mean, I have no idea for a reference, but if we're going 31 kilometers, please, I hope this has been at least 20K. It's raining, not too hard, luckily. The rain has at least brought a little bit higher wind, so we're trying to use those as best as we can. Mike's front operating the sail, which has collapsed twice on us and almost caused us to capsize. We're at campsite number 26. We still got to make it to 28, unless we decide to camp here, but I don't think so. Anyways, while we're out, I'm going to use this opportunity to stretch my legs and check out this river.
Okay, looks like we're just about at the end of Isaac Lake. Jason and I are freaking tired, but
Exhausted.
we're almost time for home.
And Mike wouldn't let me eat my O. Henry.
I let you eat my McLeary.
Yeah, I had to
Over here is
basically force it
27.
upon myself.
You shush. 27, the last site, the tent site. And then up ahead we have 28, which should have a cooking shelter like our last one did.
Can we go a little bit farther?
Put on the chute. I'm gonna come back.
Okay. And here's what we worked so hard for. You know, we could have stopped at any one of the 10 or whatever campsites along the way, but you know, with it being so cold out at night, we're trying to make it to the shelter so we can have at least a hot stove. Not a lot of firewood, my uncle says. When he says not a lot, we're...
I think no firewood.
Oh, wow, 2 pizzas. Thanks, Rangers, for stocking the firewood. I guess it was difficult for you to get out of your shack during the cold weather and help us out. Okay, I gotta cut the guy some slack. Apparently there's firewood up the hill. Okay, and this is what we're gonna come down tomorrow morning.
Whoa.
This is the chute. So apparently we're gonna come down this bumpy section, and Mike and I have to do a hard right. We gotta stay on the far inside of that turn. Otherwise we capsize, get hypothermia, and die. Anyways, I'm looking forward to this part because we'll be going downstream and we won't have to paddle quite as hard. Feeling good. Had 2 dinners tonight. Both of them pasta. And yeah, both of them were tasty. And I'm still not even done the second one. That's how much food there was. So, you know, I'm feeling pretty good. We were about to pack away our food and we noticed that there was a mouse in our... 2 mice. One of them happened to be in our bucket of food. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, I could use a little bit more wood in there. That's looking like a pretty scarce fire. Wednesday morning, almost 10 o'clock. It's been raining all night. If it's raining like this, guaranteed we're going to be looking for a cabin to stay in so that we can dry off our gear. By the way, how's my hair? I think it's extra greasy. What do you think? It's got to be just after 10 a.m. Coming down here to check out the water. I noticed we got someone already who's paddling by themselves in the rain. That's pretty ballsy if you ask me. Now it's time for the worst part of the trip, doing our dishes. You gotta pour all your stuff down the outhouse and it's just nasty down there. You look down there and it smells and ugh. Pick an outhouse, 1 of 3. This one looks the newest actually. 5-star accommodations. Now the key is not to throw your fork or anything else you need. Oh god, that's gross. Down into the toilet. Now I'm left with all this stuck on goodness, which I need to water, soap, rinse, drain, get the hell out of here. Straight ahead we have the chute, and just to the left over here we have roller coaster, and further left are some of the folks that we met on the trail from Alberta. They're here on their honeymoon, enjoying every moment of it. Just like us, they opted not to go down the chute because it is looking a little, I don't know, that looks a little too intense.
I think a fall angel just walked by. 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 There goes a sight from my soul.
Alright, we just made it! It wasn't pretty, but we did it! Okay, Mike, now we can sit back on our chairs. We had to get on our knees because it was looking pretty crazy here. I'm gonna sit up in just a second. I'll go first, then you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we're golden. Oh shit, I better put the camera down. We're approaching more rapids. More rapids! I'll keep the camera down here.
Can you kneel down here too?
Yep. I'm going down. I'm kneeling down. I'm kneeling down. We're going through some rough water here. And I'm trying to camera MacGyver here. Alright, we made it. We're at the end here where you get out. Because if you don't get out here, then you go down a waterfall and probability of survival slim to none. We just finished the roller coaster. We decided to opt out of the chute. Now we have probably about a 1 to 2 kilometer hike on this trail, which seems to be all right so far. Not too muddy. And yeah, then we have another paddle, and again we're gonna hopefully get to a shelter tonight so we can dry off all our gear and have a warm fire indoors, totally enclosed, unlike the previous shelters that we've been in, which all had a stove, but they didn't have any windows. Everything was open, so you know, a gust of wind took away all your heat. Oh, look at this big tasty mud puddle. I'm gonna go across first. This way we don't have to get muddy here. Okay. Easy, 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 easy. Okay, good. Now you can go across the rock, and I got this. So I guess this is the section of the river that they told us we should not go down. And you know, taking a look for myself here, I definitely agree with them. I would be dead 5 times over if I tried to come down this on a canoe. All right, this portage is coming to an end, which is nice because I was just getting sweaty. Something I'd like to try to avoid if all possible. How you doing back there, Mike?
Doing good.
Yeah, not a lot of squash, so I guess probably maybe in there.
Here's good. That's what we could have come down if we were really adventurous.
Yeah.
And had a death wish. My GoPro lens is fogged up, so I'm have to use my cell phone camera here to take a picture of this last little bit of the portage. Of this little stream that we're on that links one portage to the next. We have Uncle and Mike ahead. I'm gonna have to put down the cell phone here in just a second and steers hard right. Yep. Okay. So we got one more portage to go. McLeary Lake. Woohoo! Cabin with heat. This one looks like a bit of a grunt here. Oh, it's tight in here. I think these are McLeary Falls. Alright, Uncle and Mike have just left us. We're on our own again. Round 10, or whatever this is. Okay, 3, 2, 1, push! We are here at McLeary Lake. A couple minutes, we'll be at the cabin where we get to dry off and actually eat breakfast. So apparently, well, we go around this way and then hook around, and then we paddle between the 2 mountains ahead. So that's what's in store for tomorrow. And tonight, we just relax at our cabin. Hey Mike, nice hair. Look what it says above the door. Duck. Yeah, I know. I bet you a few people have smacked their head on there. So in the cabin, it is so much warmer than outside. I mean, I can't even describe how warm it is in here. It's got to be, what, at least 15 to 20?
Over here it's like 35.
And we have our tarps, our bag covers, tents, and everything else that got wet in here drying out with us. But, you know, when you come out here, you just have an amazing view. And I am definitely looking forward to taking my drone for a flight down over that way.
There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from there goes a sight. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul.
You know, we should keep those. We should put those beers in the lake.
Ooh, it's toasty warm. It's got a bit of an odor to it though, eh?
Yeah, it's because we're burning wood now already. It's on fire. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's not feed it too hard though. Okay. Let's just keep it going steady. Because we gotta have this last till midnight.
Midnight?
Kidding.
That long?
How long did we have fire for? We got here what time? Fire was going at 3?
I don't know.
3:30? Yeah. That big pile was gone and what you chopped up, but
Close the door so it doesn't smoke up.
It's alright.
Okay.
Alright. We're going to bed. The fire's out.
Good night, fireplace.
We're getting an early start tomorrow. All our gear is dry. We're getting up at 7 a.m.
and have a hearty breakfast.
Hearty breakfast.
because we're going to paddle at least 24 kilometers tomorrow. Rain or shine, 24 kilometers
Yeah.
or bust. And I get to sleep on the ground here
Should have stuck with the
Wednesday
contrast.
ends in a warm cabin.
in my city.
No, I haven't seen any mice. There's more mice in that other one.
Yeah, well,
More spiders.
I'm sure it's, yeah, so far Spider City. We've killed 4 or 5 spiders in
Yeah,
here.
yeah.